We're sorry. We're idiots.
We don't know what we're doing, and so we're sorry.
Also, I don't have my mic yet.
We've recorded sideways and couldn't change it. You know why?
Because we're not professionals.
And we're really old and don't know how to work technology anymore.
Also, we'd rather just have a natural podcast than sound scripted.
Because we're two dads, one cup.
And I don't think we'll ever know what we're doing. This is from our first show. That is just our... Ah!
God, you stink.
Damn it. Well, people are getting all sorts of bonuses today. We've got...
Well, it's just not boners. That'd be weird.
That's a very important S.
Yes, correct.
Bonuses.
Bonuses is boners.
Yeah.
If I was drunk, I'd probably say boners.
Yeah. Just like two dads, one cup. I have to actively think to not say that.
Two dads, one cup. And OnlyFans.
That's what that's for. Someone did ask, one of the guys at work was asking how he can find the
Podcast?
No, the subscription thing. Because in the garage when I was stretching real good and you're like, that's for subscribers only, he's like, where do I sign up? I found her mic.
It works.
Pisser pot. Not yet.
Damn it. I was just looking at it. Let's see.
Not yet.
Welcome to the 8th episode of Two Dads, One Mic.
Yo.
I'm Taylor, this is Mike.
What's up?
And we are yet again back for the lowest of quality of content to give to you for all of the 80 people.
80
plus. We ain't got shit ourselves. Not today.
No.
And so we are going to start with the drink of the show. And so Michael, I will give you the floor on this one.
It's super fancy.
Yes, it is.
It is Michelob Ultra. You know why? Because our conversation 5 minutes before Taylor came over to the studio to record
Correct.
was, hey, what are we drinking tonight? He's like, well, let me see what I got. I was this close. I found a box of like juice boxes.
Did you?
Nice. Let's just do that.
Let's do that. That makes
sense.
sense.
Full kind of work in the morning.
Yeah.
So, we missed the pisser pot, so we'll drink in honor of the pisser pot.
Yep, absolutely.
Michelob Ultra. If you haven't had it,
Cheers.
I don't know what to say to you.
Oh, I've been waiting.
It tastes like Michelob Ultra.
Yeah, correct. All right, so obviously a lot of kids have gone back to school already if you are in like the private sector of schooling. And even some public schools have started already, but...
Well, and we are worldwide.
Well, and that's
so
the thing.
Some areas do like year-round schooling.
Right, exactly. But for a lot of people that don't, schooling's just starting up again. Yeah. And so we want to kind of touch base on, back to school stuff, and this will be the main part of the episode.
Yeah, yep.
So first things first, let's talk about school supplies, when they go on sale, and school registration, all that fun stuff.
We literally got the emails to register our kids for this upcoming school year before they were done with school last year.
Yep.
It was late May, early June when we got the email. We're like, can we get through this school year? Like, we're barely limping along, scratching along, like, just need to get
honestly, God, like that last month of school, like, all you pray for is no sicknesses, which usually happens.
Yep.
And you just want to be done with it, because at that point, you've done everything you can to make it through.
Yes.
And you've clawed your way to the top.
Yeah. And my wife being a teacher,
right,
it's double whammy, because she's like her wit's end. The kids, the last week or two of school,
she's with kids all year long.
Yes, all day long. She never gets a break. I don't envy. I don't envy her.
Yeah.
In that regard, and I don't know how I wouldn't choke a kid out.
Yep. It's the Lord's work. The Lord's work.
Yep. But like she's barely stringing herself along with her kids at school, and then has to come home, and the kids are just, it's getting nice out, so they're wanting to play with friends outside and all that stuff.
Right.
So they're trying to stay up later, all this stuff. And let's be real, the last week or two of school, nothing. It's not.
No, it's like, oh well, let's watch movies. Let's do that.
We're just checking off boxes. They need to be there for X amount of hours to register for a year.
Yeah.
And they're just filling it in.
They have 3 recesses, you know. I get it.
Yep, it's just what it is. Any halfway decent school is going to be through their curriculum already and done, and the final grades are pretty much in. They're not working on meaningful stuff the last week or two.
Right.
From my super uneducated stance on it.
Right.
That's what I gather based on my kids telling me what they're doing, and my wife being like, "Well, we got through all our stuff."
Right. No, yeah, absolutely.
But every classroom is different, so that may vary a little.
Vary from class to class, yeah.
But like, then you're all excited for school being out. Like, you're like, yeah,
we finally did it. Cookout,
summer,
right?
And then school supplies come out and sale.
Yeah,
that next week, and you're like, what the fuck?
Well, and that's the thing about it, right? So they never let you forget that school is right around the corner.
Never forget.
And I think the biggest thing is like that break of like the week after, the 2 weeks after, where it's like, okay, there's nothing, is very calming to me because there's nowhere to go, there's nothing to do, and you finally have some time to like just kind of chill for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's always crazy, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you still get to kind of relax and not think about those things.
Yeah, the schedule cuts back quite a bit.
Yeah. For at least for a little bit.
Yeah, for a little bit. And then some activities start up and whatever. And we kind of, this past summer, we just kind of rolled right from school into full out activities. They like 1 week off and then
I feel like this was kind of been one of the fastest summers I've ever lived. In my mind.
I don't think, I think that's going to just continue.
Yeah.
Exponentially.
Yeah. I think once you get to a certain age, I feel like it just cruises.
Until kids are out of the house.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, what
we can drink.
Fucking do with me?
And then we can drink every day.
You know how many podcasts we could do?
I know. I can't wait for it.
It's going to be 16 years. So bear with us.
I told my wife, I was like, first off, number 1, we're never moving. And number 2, I'm only going to move if you put me in a body bag. So that's the only way I'm leaving my house.
Or we move in together to one old person community.
Yep, that works.
It's just like whatever.
And we got all sorts of olds around us.
But then I'm just leaving everything here.
Yeah.
Like I'll just take some clothes,
sell some shit, be good to go. Yeah.
Then we're good. We're never moving again.
Right.
F that.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's never much time before you start thinking about next year. And I'm just gonna put this out there. It's not like me particularly. I'm not speaking for you. You can speak on yourself. I'm not doing, I was about to say, much of the prep for school, like back to school.
Same.
And by much, I mean any.
Correct. Same. So
my wife has done that.
We're sitting here educating you on how to do this, and we don't do it ourselves.
Yes.
So you're welcome.
So that's what...
Mr. Potts.
Mr. Pot. So yes. Cheers to the wives.
100%.
For being on top of that, doing all that shit. It's a lot of tedious stuff. And when you talk 3-4 kids, you're getting stuff ready for. It's a lot. So, but yeah, we haven't done any of that. I feel like my wife is more OCD than to be able to allow me or let me.
Yeah, like I feel like my wife is the same way to a point where it's like, I don't want you doing this because you're going to screw it up.
Yes.
And which is fine. I get it. Like I would probably screw it up.
I
at the same,
I 100% agree. I would screw it up.
But at the same time, you feel guilty because you want to help, but you know that you're probably going to get yelled at for helping because it's just going to cause more delays. You know what I mean? Which I totally respect that.
So I'll try to take the kids.
Yeah.
But like I'm working. She does it a lot of times when I'm at work and whatever. So it's like, well,
you did this.
I'll do what I can.
Correct.
So,
exactly. Well, so one of the things I wanted to talk about with school supplies, just in general, and this is kind of going around on TikTok or had been going around on TikTok, is the fact that a lot of people feel that they don't need to contribute to the school supply list. Now,
fuck that shit.
Well, and that's my thing, right? So there's a lot of people that will buy the what's on the list, and that's it. And that's it. That's all you should. That's all you really need to buy.
That's
right. That's the minimum.
That is the bar to clear.
But for me, if a teacher has a special wish list or something that could allow better success in the classroom, and it could just be getting her a brand new coffee mug because teachers love coffee, right?
That thing
I'm willing to do whatever it takes to allow that teacher to be successful because they're the ones that have my child or children more than I have my child.
They see our kids during the school year more than we do.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
And there's things that either a teacher's like, well, our school could supply this, but they don't, or whatever budget cuts are happening,
correct,
whatever.
And there's a lot of schools that can't afford it because they live in different geographical areas.
Yeah,
but for the one I'm saying for the ones just like, well, I'm not doing this because that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
that's absurd to me.
Like, and if nothing else, help the people out.
Right.
We're fortunate to live comfortably in almost every way. So why not? We can buy one extra box of fucking crayons. We can buy one extra this. We can add to this.
Right.
If the teacher wants XYZ.
If it allows them to be successful in the classroom, I feel like that is enough for me to say, sure, yes, we can do that.
I'm down.
You know what I mean? So I made a video on my personal TikTok pretty much saying, like, if your teacher could take a bullet for your kid, you can donate some school supplies. And that kind of took off. I think we're at like 1.7 million views on that. And 300, it is dirty a little bit. It is.
It's just brushing that off there.
And, so it really sparked a debate saying, well, no, I'm not going to do this because, whatever, right? They have some sort of excuse for it, and which is fine. Like, that's your prerogative, not mine. But I'm in the boat of, you should be helping the teacher as much as they need to.
And anyone who doesn't say it's worth it, it gets into a larger debate that you can spiral down into. All I would ask, this sounds very simple.
Yeah.
And I'm not a teacher myself. My wife is. I advocate just pay him what you would pay a babysitter. Right?
Yep.
Let's say, excuse me.
That
one came all the way up. On the low end these days, you're paying a babysitter $5 an hour.
Bare minimum, right?
That is the cheapest I think anyone will ever pay for babysitter right now.
Right.
Isn't family. That times 20 to 30 kids, depending upon the students in the class.
Yep.
Right? If each parent only paid $5 an hour, or the taxes paid them at that rate, right? That teacher would make at least double of what they currently make.
Yeah. But the problem is people don't see it that way. And because we live in a world, and especially in America, where there's so many people that are just absolutely bonkers. And they believe that there's a conspiracy side.
That's a very nice way to put it.
Right. There's a conspiracy side of people that I feel like completely have lost touch with reality because they're being spewed bullshit from, and this is going to get a little political, apologies in advance, but they believe that, well, no, my kids are being indoctrinated and these teachers are doing it. What all these teachers are doing is trying to do their job, to read to your kids, to make sure they can read, to write, and to fucking do the basic math in this world. And that's just the bare minimum.
But then too, on top of that, underneath whatever, beside, around, all encompassing that, is to just fucking be kind humans.
Exactly. 100%.
That's the main thing.
Right.
How do we as humans interact with other humans? Yeah. As much as we complain on every episode of how batshit crazy our kids were going that day and what they were doing,
right?
It's because we're trying to get them to behave in a polite, kind way towards other people.
So that way, when they're older, they're not assholes.
And yes, and teachers are doing that while they're trying to teach kids math. And do they really want to learn math? Not really.
No, of course not.
Right? That's but boring. They need to get them to know math.
Yes.
They need to get them to write.
That is legally their job to do.
And they're held to those standards. And yes, there's always bad.
Sir,
There are bad teachers. Just like there are bad accountants, there are bad nurses, there are bad doctors,
police officers,
so forth. You go every profession, there's good and there's bad. But in my experiences, even the mediocre teachers or young teachers that don't have the experience yet, they're just trying to teach kids to be kind humans, be accepting of all people of different colors, sexual orientation. You have different needs, special needs, stuff like that. That certain students will need more help, as dictated by their disabilities and whatnot. But like being able to get kids to not see that, and really, the kids don't have any issue with any other kid in their class.
Correct.
Because they just see them as another kid, no matter what they look like, they sound like, unless they start being mean to them,
right?
Unless a kid is mean to the person, right? Right, like that's when they start being like, oh, hate is learned, and teachers are doing their best to. Every teacher I know is doing their best to get kids to be kind to one another in general, while teaching all this other shit
doing all this other
that
stuff
they legally need to do, right? Like,
well, this is why it's like, when I was talking to my wife about our oldest daughter's teacher last year, my wife was kind of like, well, this teacher doesn't have any sort of personality, so on and so forth. And I'm like, well, you're not even giving this teacher an opportunity before the school year even started, and that's kind of because all we heard were certain things about this teacher, which whatever, like we're gonna know things and hear things, but but the way that it was being delivered, it was like, well, wait a minute, let's just give this teacher a chance, and then go from there. And sure enough, it ended up working out.
Well, yeah, and every teacher has their own.
Correct. Right.
Like there's certain teachers, as you go through the years and in open houses and stuff, you see, oh, this teacher likes this setup. This teacher likes this setup. Every teacher kind of has their own philosophy that works for them, that they see to be the best way they can get the kids, their students, to learn and grow and be confident and all that stuff. But that kind of dives in to like today we found out like what teachers our kids had.
Yeah.
Right. So like today was like the
Christmas list of the school year.
Right. So like we found out who was in what class, whose friends were in their class, all that stuff. Yeah. Which is fun to see who's going to be in your kids' class and they're going to have fun with. Our two boys are in the same class, along with 2 or 3 other boys that this teacher, we're going to need to send her bottles of wine.
Yeah, or whatever. Right.
Or something, because she is going to have at least 5 Tasmanian devils running around her room.
Imagine like 5 like E5 tornadoes.
Dressed up as frat boys, just jumping off of shit and hugging everything.
Right, like if there were monkeys that were in a classroom, like, and they were flinging shit at each other, this would be this group of boys.
Yes. Yep. Which is they're gonna love it. They're gonna be great. It'll be good. It's also my frat boy that I call. This is what I call him. Chugs everything, jumps off anything, is ready for any challenge, is down for any party. We were at conferences last year, and his K4 teacher was like, he's such a leader, he uses his words, he follows up.
You're like, squeeze me?
And we're like, no, you have the wrong.
Right, this is not
our child.
Yes.
And she's like, yeah, it's him. He's great. He's like the best leader in our class. And I'm like, well, is your class off the wall bonkers?
You're right.
Like, no.
Well, and it's funny because they actually there's a theory out there that say like when kids go to school, they're being told what to do, being given direction all day.
Yeah.
So when they come home, they don't do those things because they've been doing it for so long during the day. Yeah, and that kind of coincides with the old adage of kids are loudest, wildest, craziest, most rambunctious when they feel completely comfortable. Yes, exactly. And loved, and when they're like surrounded by comfort, which is what I try to make home.
what me and my wife try to make home is a place of comfort, all that stuff. Um, it's just we must love the shit. Our kids feel fucking loved.
Yeah.
Because they are wild and crazy and don't listen and they go fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
It's what they're good for other people. The great determination of how you're doing as a parent isn't how your kids act when you're right next to them. It's how they act when you're not next
when you're not there. Right.
And to see that feedback and even when there is a challenge that comes up with them and their behavior and all that stuff, things they did at school, to be able to work with a teacher to course correct it is a huge value and something that's like, okay, well, even if we make mistakes, well, we'll just course correct and get it back on track. And then even that, it's like nothing super bad.
Mr. Hot.
You need another one for me. Well, Taylor's getting the next one, so that's kind of we kind of jumped around a little bit.
Yeah.
So what also comes with the next week or so as everyone gets back into school and stuff is the scheduling, getting back on those routines, getting to the point where kids are waking up early regularly. They got to relearn the expectations of what they need to do in the morning, kind of get in that flow, get back in the flow, going to bed a little earlier, stuff like that. Which the first week or two is always a little rough.
Because everyone's got to wake up at this time, at every Monday through Friday, yada yada.
And I don't know how my wife does it. I'm amazed always because she
is impressive when it comes to this shit.
I can't get half the kids ready in twice the amount of time as she gets 4 kids. I believe her record with 4 kids from the time her alarm went off to the time she's out the door is 23 minutes. And that's her waking all the kids up, getting food shoved down their hatch, and out the door. Like in the car, pulling out of the driveway.
That's the thing. It's
23 minutes.
Yeah, and like she'll beat us in the morning.
Yeah.
I've been up since 5:30.
She's all by herself.
Well, that's the thing.
I start work so early and I'm gone.
Yeah.
Like I'm gone, 5:15 or so I gotta leave. So Lord knows we don't want the kids up then. So like I try to make the lunches and do all that stuff. Get everything I can ready and in the car so that all she has to do, like it's little thing.
Correct.
Is get the kids dressed, fed, and out the door.
Right.
Which would take me to
which is a lot. It's a lot of shit.
It's crazy. But that whole routine, once they get the first couple weeks will be tough. And then they'll start getting into their routines a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially as the kids get a little older, I'm hoping that we can just kind of lay out the expectations and they just kind of know what's expected, how they need to do things, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So here's hoping. It's rough the first couple weeks, and then we get in our groove.
Yeah, and then it goes back to normal.
Yeah.
For the year.
Yeah.
And we all get the flu. And then
we can get the flu a couple times, get a couple ear infections.
Like I just want the stomach bug this year. I just want it to happen. Give me till March. And then if you can give me till March, I can get through that and we'll be good to go.
So you want
but what I'm saying is I just want it to happen and get it out of the way. Because that's that in my mind, if it doesn't, that's a win. Because I just can't do this. This fucking puking and shitting on my ass like that, it's ridiculous. You're not even shitting out your ass. You're puking at...
I hope you're shitting out your ass.
You're puking out your ass and you're puking out your mouth. Or you're shitting out your mouth, you're puking out your ass. Either way, it really doesn't matter. But if I set myself up for low expectations here, where it's like...
It's just like this podcast.
Exactly.
That's your bar low.
And you might be surprised what happens.
You might be surprised.
Yeah, right.
You might shit out your mouth and puke out your ass.
I would love not to have any sort of stomach bug. But
who wouldn't?
But my point is that If I just tell myself, yeah, I'm fucked from the get-go, and if it doesn't happen, that's a win.
Yeah.
It's a win in my book.
Yeah. I just know I save at least 2 weeks of vacation time.
Have to.
First half of the school year for sick kids, because what else are you going to do? Especially having so many, then it trails through each one of them.
God, that's the worst part about it.
It goes
that's why
it's
nice where it's like, okay, if they're at the same school, it's not so bad because there's a better chance of them getting it.
And then it's just being there, not
right.
You're at one daycare.
Well, that's what we dealt with, where it's like, we had pretty much some days 3 drop-offs.
Yeah.
And then somebody is having it, spreading it somewhere, and it's like, fuck that.
Yeah. That could be a whole nother episode in and of itself. Right. So we kind of did this next topic a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
But this is my public service announcement for anybody out there. Appreciate the hell out of your teachers. They're doing almost impossible shit, getting paid less than a fucking babysitter to teach and help your kid grow and come out of their shell. The least we can do is give them the support they need. Even just a simple thank you, you're doing awesome. Like, we appreciate this, XYZ. Like, those little emails, a lot of times teachers only get an email from a parent when they're unhappy with something.
Yeah.
Or when, oh, you did this, little Johnny, told me this happened, that happened, blah, blah, blah. Well, little Johnny doesn't tell you all the shit he did all day.
Yeah.
And that he didn't listen.
Little Johnny ran around the classroom. Little Johnny pulled the chair. Yeah.
Right? Like, that's what little Johnny doesn't tell them. And it's really hilarious to see how many adults blindly trust their kid is telling them the whole truth.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's one thing I've learned as a parent: never trust your kids.
No. There's very minimal trust as a parent where you're like, yeah, you know what, I believe you. And then you're probably usually wrong. You just drank that snap.
Yeah. Dang it. It's not bad though.
It's easy to go down.
That does go easy. Side note, hashtag ADHD. We were up in North County this past weekend and doing a wine tasting at a winery, and they had like an outdoor patio and bar area. And
were your parents up there too?
No.
Okay.
It was just us and the Funkles.
Nice.
So, had an awesome time.
Nice.
It was gorgeous weather. We hung out in the water a bunch, which we weren't necessarily expecting to do, and then did some wine tasting, ate some great food, had some great views, great conversation. It was perfect. It was kind of low key.
Nice. And
it was awesome. But so we had a little flight of, different wines that we're tasting and stuff. I'm up there and my wife is like, I don't really know reading a wine list, what's going to be good or whatever.
Yeah.
So like, you just pick, I'll go find the table. I'm like, okay. So I'm picking the stuff out. The lady's pouring it all. And a woman comes up next to me like, do you guys not have beer? It's like, well, first of all, we're at a wine.
We're at a wine.
So
place. Yeah.
Beer expectation should be pretty low.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we have Shipwreck's Brewery. Like, we have their line of beer with Shipwrecked is a restaurant and brewery up in Egg Harbor, in Door County. They have a line of beers, 4 or 5 beers, and they said we carry their beer. She's like, oh, well, like what kind? And she lists off all the different types. Shipwrecked, I can't remember them off the top of my head, but she's like, my husband likes Michelob Light. Is there anything like that? It's like, if you're talking to a person at a winery.
You're in a winery.
Talking about local craft beer.
Right, and we do not have the water beer that you're looking for, ma'am.
I want one of the most watered down beers ever.
Right.
Like, it's like, come on. I had to laugh. Luckily, I was turning away with my tray of wine as she was asking that because I was laughing so hard. Like, he likes Michelob Light.
That's like me going
You have anything like that?
That's like me going to an Italian restaurant asking for Mexican food. It's not going to happen.
Not even.
Right.
That'd be like going to an Italian restaurant and asking for Domino's. Can I have some pizza?
Yeah, there you go. Right.
Right?
Yep.
Like, sorry, that was my sidetrack. Final order of business.
Closing ceremonies.
Closing ceremony. We eclipsed 80 subscribers on YouTube.
Yes, we have. I believe we are at 82, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, last we checked.
Could be more now.
Could be more. Could be less. It's going to dip down every time. Every time we're like, hey, we hit 50, and then I look and they're like, oh shit,
we were at 48 for a hot minute.
Yeah, then we stayed. It seemed like we stayed there forever. But in all actuality, we appreciate all followers, subscribers
across the board.
On TikTok, hit us up on Facebook. That I think my personal Facebook is the only one following our show Facebook. There might be 2 followers.
Facebook is for the oldies. We're not quite there with that crap.
No, so I'm putting some stuff out there. I try to put some videos that.
Don't forget about Spotify. We are on Spotify now.
We are officially on Spotify. Yes. 2 episodes? Or
2 episodes in.
We will be uploading more and more to more. Wow, that was We will be uploading more to Spotify, to Amazon Music.
Yes. Pandora eventually.
That'll be the last one. Even though that's all my wife uses. I did start setting her up on Amazon Music.
Oh, nice.
That's what we pay for.
Sure. Have you figured out the Amazon yet?
I haven't yet.
Okay, well, we'll get there.
We'll get there. But yeah, we are starting to push stuff out on Spotify.
Yeah.
Find us there. Find us on YouTube. Subscribe.
We do have 5 followers on Spotify.
Do we? Look at this go.
Yes, we do.
Look at this go.
Can't say it's great, but we're getting there.
Hey, that's more than when we started.
That's right.
So we appreciate all of you, all the support. We said, I believe last episode, that we will start talking about and choosing a guest.
Yes, we have not. We have not.
When we got to 75, that happened so fucking quickly.
Mike and I were
we weren't prepared.
We were not prepared for that.
So we want some input. Who would be the best first guest? Whether it's like, hey, get this person and like get your dad or get your wife or get a friend or get or if you guys have suggestions, Coach Ballgame, hit us up. What's up?
Look at you trying to hold yourself up.
Oh yeah, I will.
Coach Ballgame, if you ever see this, please talk to Mike. He loves you
so much. No, but suggestions, connections, anything like that. We have a couple ideas for some guests, but I feel like the first guest is a big deal.
It is a big deal.
I feel like we got to choose this wisely.
You can't just pick no basic B to come join us.
No, it's got to be.
I mean, with 80 plus subscribers on YouTube,
we're huge.
We're huge.
We don't want to disappoint our huge followers.
That's right. Exactly. Oh, so actually, kind of piggybacking off of all this, we have been fucking up the email.
Pisser pot.
Pisser pot. Oh no! Did that break?
No, it just fell on a penny and flipped a penny. This is how high production. Our bottle of gin fell off the table.
That penny saved a little.
I think that penny saved us.
Shit. Anyways, so I have fucked up the email. And
so bad.
I would like to apologize for my
as you should
immature behavior. And
all right, let's put some sad, sappy music in the background.
Perfect.
We're just gonna zoom in on
it. Is.
It is full responsibility for my actions.
The email address. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Bill. Anyways, it is 2 dads, 1 Mike, 414 at gmail.com. That's the number 2, dads, the number one, Mike, M-I-C, 414@gmail.com. And you're going to say to me, well, why such a long email? Because 2dads1mike was already taken. And I can't help
Fuckers.
it. Yes. And they're not even around anymore.
Yeah.
Get rid of your email so I can take it. So I apologize. So
sorry for anyone who has reached out, because there's probably not been any of you that have actually emailed us. But if you have, try again with the correct email address, and we'll check it out. If you have suggestions, let us know. Hit us up, TikTok.
You know what's funny? I've been fucking looking at that email for probably 3 times a week. Not once.
It's never registered.
Never registered. That it was the 414 at the end of it.
Well, we started out right.
I know.
And then we left it out. And the first time I was like, oh, I thought it was 414 after that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to correct you.
You should have corrected me.
My memory isn't always the best. And then we just went with it, and I forgot about it. And I'm like, well, this is right.
You should have corrected my ass.
Yeah, I should.
It was well deserved.
Duly noted.
Yeah, duly noted. So, and all right, anything else?
I don't think so. We need to figure out what we're talking about next episode. Might have guessed, might not. We don't know. It's
going to be a surprise for you.
And us.
Every day's a surprise. Anyways, thanks for joining us on the 2 Dads, 1 Mike podcast. I am Taylor. This is Mike. Peace.
Deuces.
Oh my God.
I've been looking at it for
I still can't believe that I fucking did that shit. And not once did I ever
so professional.
realize, oh, it's 4.5.
Fucking idiot.